Not yet?
You're live.
Hello, and how are you today? Just,
Can you not turn it more?
oops. A bit of some technical issues, but I am live to talk to you today. Hello, Business Queen. Hello, how are you today? Welcome to this series of uh, live streams where I go live to talk to you about how to become the influencer of your own business and why it is important that you bring your story to life. Today, we're going to talk about how to uh, build your brand online with authenticity. So, let's dive into the subject. Um, First, I am, if you are new to my channel, my name is Giselle, and I am a journalist and business developer from Brazil, but I live in Sweden for a little while now. I built, right now, I started my third business in Sweden, and this was only possible not because, I don't know, um, I had anything special, but one thing I always had was strategy. And um, I invested in personal branding and influence. So I worked in the tourism industry with partnering with a lot of brands worldwide, including uh, big names such as Mandarin Hotel Group, MGM Studios, and so on, and a lot of ministries of tourism worldwide. And why is that? Sooner than later, I realized that what is important when you create content is that you are clear with the message you want to share with your audience and stick to one idea and being authentic. And today, that's what we're going to talk about. It's about being authentic. And how do you stay true to yourself? How you can be the person that is the voice of your brand, the voice of your business, but still you are the true to yourself and not overexposing. Because one thing that I don't believe is that you need to uh, overexpose your life. You don't need to share things that you are not comfortable with, but you also don't need to be a fake person. You want to be yourself, right? You want to be the person you are. And I think what happened in many um, social media channels I see around here is that the people are trying to be someone else. They try to sell a perfect image, a perfect life that doesn't exist. Nobody has a life free of all problems. So trying to be perfect on social media and sharing a life or everything is perfect, everything is always going well, it doesn't sound true. And it's not true, right? You don't need to share your private life to be authentic on social media, but you can actually share your values, your why. And what I mean with your why, it's like why you do what you do. You started a business. By the way, let me know here in the comments and here in the comments for you watching on YouTube. Why did you start the business you started today? So, what was that the reason that made you start a business? Because starting a business is not easy. You need to be willing to work a lot before start working, meaning like you need to invest a lot of time and even money in creating the business itself, all the bureaucracy that comes with it, and you need to learn a lot of things. And then, by the way, but you had an idea. And I hope that your answer is not because I need money, because let me break it to you. Everyone in this planet, because we live in a capitalism world, we all need resources, we all need money. So if you answer me this question with saying, because I needed some extra money, then you are read wrong. The money is, as I said, a resource. Of course, we need it, as I also mentioned, but why you chose from all the possibilities that you could imagine for starting a business, why do you chose the idea you decided to focus on? And that's what it's starting to connect with your audience. That's what start bringing authenticity. In my Instagram recently, I have started a series where I talk about influencers and how they become the influencers of big brands, and they created their own brands. And all of the successful um, influencers, they have a few things in common. Being the first, authenticity. Let's talk about Bianca Ingrosso, for example. We all know her now. She is very famous here in Sweden. We see her pictures everywhere in like intimism at the moment, in outdoors, like outdoors publicity on TV. But what is it that make her so influential? It's because she exposed her life with authenticity on TV shows and reality TV, right? And also on social media. But not only the good part of her life, she talks about the issues. Just recently, she was, I think someone was following her and she had some issues here in Stockholm, and she was posting about it because that's what creates trust. Is not overexposure. I mean, you need to talk, you need to talk and publish online what makes you feel comfortable. But by the end, it's all about being authentic, communicating your voice, why you do what you do, because there are people out there that needs your product or your service. They just need to understand why they should choose you over your competitors. And how are they gonna understand why they should choose you if the only thing you are doing all the time on social media is try to sell something to them? Let me break it to you. Nobody wants to buy anything. Do you want to buy something now? Let me know here in the comments. You watch me on Instagram and YouTube. Because in general, we are not wanting to buy anything. If someone just come and show up, here is a really nice crystal uh, glass. Would you like to buy it from me? Your answer is probably no. But if you have a story behind it, if you share your passion, why you do what you do, then people start connecting with you. So selling, it's a consequence of building trust with your audience. And you don't need many followers for that. Because many people, they are afraid of social media because they think I don't have so many followers. How can I be get more clients if I don't have that many followers? Let me break it to you. You don't need a lot of followers, because what you need is people that are interested in what you do and that they are ready to buy from you because they need what you provide. But how is it? First, if you try to sell to everyone, it's going to be too complicated. Why? Because when you try to sell to everyone, people will not understand what are you providing, because you are not focusing your communication, in a way that make it clear to your audience what you do, what you provide. An example, I provide social media services, branding, and influencer marketing for female entrepreneurs. I talk to women that have a business. And in that sense, I don't talk usually targeting on a man that has a business. We talk about being a woman in business. And the reason is obvious because that's my experience, right? Um, but going for moving forwards from the conversation, why you need to connect with your audience. Let's say you are a small brand, you are a small business, and you want to compete to a big brand with a big influencer. You don't have as many followers as we talked here. You don't have yet a lot of money, probably, to invest in your marketing. But you have something that none of this business have, your own story, your voice, and your voice is your superpower. Okay? But I know you feel very afraid that this is going to mean that you need to expose yourself. That's not true. What you need is a strategy. What you need is how to communicate in a way that people will understand and want to connect with you. And you also might think that it's easy for you to tell because you have been doing it for many years. You have a talent. I did not have any talent for communication like that. I will share with you some of my first YouTube videos. I would not even show myself in the camera. The same with my blog. I didn't show my pictures of myself there for years until I understood what was unique about my message was that it was being written and told with my perspective, with my beliefs, with what I I can bring to the table. And that's when everything shifted. I will tell you a bit more about that story. And by the way, if you subscribe in the link below, I'll be hosting a workshop, a free workshop about how you can create your own story in a way that people will connect with you. So you can just click the link below and subscribe to my workshop, where I would dive into the how to's. How can you also write a story and start talking with authenticity. And authenticity matters. Por quê? I talk in Portuguese as well now. Authenticity matter because we are all tired of perfection on social media, a life that doesn't exist, things we don't have. What we want is true connection. It's real people. And when you tell, as I said, when you start sharing your story, people that has the same beliefs and need what you do, they are going to find you. They are going to connect with you. And just think of people you engage with on social media, people you tend to buy from. It's because you connected with their story. You connect with what they do, right? With their style, with their beliefs, because we have at the moment, an internet filled of perfection, and we are missing connections with authenticity. And when you do that, just that, when you shift your communication from trying to be sales and show a perfect life that doesn't exist and start showing your real you, people will, you already go outside the box and you show people why they should trust you and buy from you. And then you talk to me that but you are afraid of what people will think about you if you start posting about yourself on social media. So let me tell you, um, you don't need to start posting right away. You can practice at home. And the best tool that you can have, that you can use, is very simple. Write down what you want to say about you and about your business. Okay? You write down very short, and then you record yourself saying it. The first time it's gonna feel very awkward because you are not used to it, probably. But after the first time, and the second time, and the third time, it's like everything in life. Much more you practice, much more you are going to become better at it. And it will not feel as scary anymore. And for what people will think about you, yes, you can have feedback. Feedback are always welcome, but feedback are different from criticism. And if people are criticizing you for showing up for yourself, you don't need to care about them. Because by the end, exactly those people are the ones that you should not be worried about. You need to be worried and focused on the strategy that you're going to use to communicate with clarity in a way that your message connects to people that need what you do, and not think about people that think you should wear black instead of blue, because it has little relevance. And with that, I usually say to my friends, stop giving power to people that don't matter. And when you stop caring and you start strategically positioning yourself as the influencer of your business, communicating with authenticity, magic's gonna happen. And you're not gonna even think anymore about what people will think about me. Because by the end, as I said, who are these people? Which importance they have in your life? So stop focusing on things that don't bring anything to your life, and then um, in strategically working on your business. And I will be here a few minutes more, and I want to give you a present today. And actually, it's a sneak peek of what is going to happen on my workshop really soon, which is I will give you a practical exercise so you can uncover your real voice. So I told you, write down, but write down what? So I want you to really pay attention to what I'm going to tell you now, because this is where you're going to start becoming the influencer of your business and communicating with authenticity. And on this way, you can attract the real clients, people that are going to value your work, your and yourself. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is write down, okay, three things, three reasons why you started your business. In general, we start a business because we had an issue and we didn't find anywhere else a good solution for it. And then we have this idea, oh, what if I resolve it like this? Usually, you started it because you had this problem and you find a way of resolving it. And now you're going to sell the solution to your potential clients, to your clients. And then you write down, hey, Beatriz, welcome. So I'm giving you here some advice of how can you communicate with authenticity on social media, because I think you agree with me that, hey Hannah, beautiful makeup you did on me today. So how you communicate with authenticity on social media? How do you market your business with the real you? Because, and why is this important? I was just giving some practical advice, but here is the reason. People are tired. We are tired. Let me know here. Are you not tired of perfect lives shared on social media that doesn't exist? A person that wake up beautiful, don't have any problem, everything in life is fine, and you know, it's not true. We all, no matter our from where we are and in which stage of life we are, we all have some issues in your life, in our lives. So the first thing is stop creating a persona and trying to show a perfect life, because perfect life they don't exist. And here's an example. I worked many years as a travel journalist and travel influencer. With that, I was proudly a leader of a community of more than 100 followers between all the platforms I had. One thing that I noticed in the very beginning was when I was sharing the stories, it's different as writing as a journalist on a magazine where you are there to, you are not the subject of the story, but you are the the one just writing the narrative. You are not a part of it. But when you own your business, when you own your own blog or your social media, in that case, I talk to you, female entrepreneur, when you have your business, you are the voice of the business. So you need to take ownership of the story. You need to take ownership of the narratives. And how you do that? Communicating true, with the truth. I'm not saying, please, not about overexposure. You don't need to talk about things that you are not comfortable in sharing. By the way, nobody cares, because if everyone has problems, so I am too busy to care about other people's problems. But you can talk about the good and the bad things that is happening in your life, things that you are comfortable in sharing. I can give an example. Right. If you are a travel influencer or a travel journalist, as I was, how you communicate the best way? We know one thing is for sure in all trips. There is always going to be an issue because it is a new country, because it is a new food, because the way the culture works is different. Let's say you are in India and the train's late or the taxi is late and you are late for your next appointment, or your, many things can happen. Why don't you tell that? Because we tend to just like post the perfect pose in front of Taj Mahal. How did you get there? Probably not easy. When I was in India the first time, it was when my Instagram like really blew. Uh, way back a while ago, okay, 2017. I was talking how difficult it was for me as a mother. My daughter was only 2 years old at the time. How it was so difficult to me going to a dream trip where I was invited as one of the 30 better bloggers in the world for a 15 days trip to India. How it was so difficult to leave my daughter, only 2 years old, to take that opportunity in my life. And people connect with me, many other mothers understanding. And of course there was amazing things happening during the trip, but I was also having a very big uh, like sadness in myself as a mother, living, not being able to be with my daughter for 2 weeks, too long. So you understand, instead of only talk about the beauty of it, I was talking about my struggles. I talk about both, and that it's what connects you with your audience, because you become real, not something like a high-end celebrity, untouchable. I don't know if that's a word, but you are a real person, that you have struggles, but you know how to overcome them and take the opportunities that life gives you. So let's go back to the exercise I was giving you before. So, for starting to communicating with authenticity and with confidence, because you're going to need that as well, right? Start by writing down three things: the reason why you started your business. I want to know the why. And please don't tell me, again, don't tell me you started a business because you need money, because that's not relevant. Okay? Business money is the, like, the material thing, the resource you need to do the things you need to do, but it's not the only reason why you start something. And if it is, you need to rethink it. Okay? But then write down the reasons why you decided to be a photographer, why you decided to open a vintage shop, why do you decide to work in finances and teach other women or other people how to invest. You had a reason to create that. Write down those reasons in a way that you show yourself, like, open your heart when you write down. Then you record it. Don't need to share. As I said, record it, delete, listen to it, show a person you trust to give you feedback, and then you record again. After you record it again, post it on the stories, because it's only been 24 hours. After 24 hours is gone, but you're going to probably receive some feedback, and stop worrying about what people are going to say, because it's just like, just do it. Stop caring, just do it. Do what you need to do. Show up for your business. Don't let other people, fear of what other people are going to think of you, stop you. Because you, in this case, you are letting other people dictate the success you're going to have in your life. Is that not a terrible thing? Uh, so, to wrap up, I'm going to be sharing more how to's. How can you communicate with confidence? I'm going to leave the link here on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel. So you just click and subscribe to my workshop, Stories That Sell. I'm going to dive in, like, deep on how you can strategically write. There are also journalism techniques that I'm going to bring to the table, where you can actually structure the text, because there's the journalists, they are not all born with the gift of writing, right? We have a strategy, we have a a way of writing things that make sense, and I'm going to be teaching you that in my workshop, Stories That Sell. It's a 3-day workshop, live, free, and you can just subscribe, and we're going to send all the information you need to join me. um, Today it was the first day of this series of communicating with confidence and using your story as your superpower, so you can attract the right clients, because I know you deserve it. I thank you for joining me today. I'm a bit out of practice with going live. I was live every day, mostly in Portuguese before. So now I'm relearning, but bear with me. But I'll do my best to bring content and strategies that you can actually apply to your business, and that you can become the influencer your business deserves, using the power of your story, because your uniqueness is that what is going to bring people that is actually interested in what you do. So thank you for joining today, and subscribe to the workshop below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.